Hi, my name is Daniel Arjona. We were asked to create a video answering a question. That question was, how did this class change or inform your understanding of diversity and global interdependence? But what exactly is global interdependence? Global interdependence is basically when one nation depends on another nation for something that benefits that nation, and that second nation depends on another nation. Um, in other words, it's a nation symbiosis. I could go on and on about symbiosis on a biological level, but that wouldn't be answering the question. This leads me to my first example from class. General education, student learning outcome number 5, scientific global interdependence. This was an article on how different scientific programs are based upon multiple nations. This includes funding, research, different perspectives, etc. For example, the Light Interferometer Gravitational Observatory, or LIGO, is in the United States but is funded by Germany, UK, and Australia. Gabriela Chavez from the same article once said, diversity in science breeds innovation. I believe that is true because innovation is basically the advancement of already established ideas, things, stuff like that, to make it better. And I think that is a key feature. Not only that, but I also mentioned different perspectives earlier. Different perspective is a key factor because one nation can't possibly know another nation, as well as that second nation. So having, citizens' perspectives from each nation, working together with other nations gives nations a better whole understanding of the world instead of just one nation, one piece, like this. It helps clarify stereotypes, which, like I said, leads to a better whole understanding of the world. This could really help. This reminds me of the definition of culturally competency. In the medical world, culturally competency is basically understanding the desires of patients based on their background, their cultures, their religion, etc. In other words, if a doctor were treating, let's say a Native American who didn't want to get, didn't want to take some kind of medicine, because of their culture, it went against their culture, the doctor should see and understand the reasons behind that. That can ultimately help, like I said, people on an individual level understand other cultures better. Same thing applies to global interdependence. One nation, when they work with other nations to understand, their nations, it helps so that people could understand nations as a greater good. Which leads me to answer the actual question. This class has made me realize that global interdependence and diversity is really, in fact, important in the world. Without global interdependence and diversity, we can't possibly begin to comprehend other nations and their peoples. We can't begin to comprehend changes in economies or, in other worlds that needs to be done if we don't know how they feel. It is needed to gain a more whole understanding of the world, not just bits and pieces. This could really help the world.